Welcome back to the Rolled Standard. I am your keeper again tonight. I'm Chris, of course, and we are playing Monster of the Week still.
I'm Levi. I play Huey.
Jake here again. Or John. Every time.
Son of a bitch. This time it wasn't me.
I'm Nate, and I'm James McCready.
So last we left the party, John was upstairs at the Grand Hotel in his room with still hybrid wolf form Steve. Incapacitated, but, on the mend heavily. Meanwhile, James and Huey met with the nudes downstairs in the bar as they were coming in.
Yes.
Don't forget Collins is with us.
Oh, right. Collins is with you. I forgot about that.
Correct.
Actually, I completely forgot about that.
John
now you
head?
know.
Huh?
The John head?
No.
That's Stanford.
Stanford's
Where's
up
Stanford?
he's up in James's room.
Oh, that's right.
I thought he was still in the car.
No, he never came back. Once you guys left the room, he left him there. So, yeah, Dr. Gregory Hamilton greeted James, last we heard, with a line that I can't say at the beginning, in the middle or beginning of an episode. And as you may remember, Dr. Gregory Hamilton, who is a professor of the occult, you know this about him, kind of leads this strike force, along with Steve Austin, who has history. A very vampiric gentleman, as Smith told you, who you saw in the bar as well. He didn't really greet you as Dr. Hamilton and Austin did, but he sat at the bar completely paper white. Yep, paper white, wearing black, completely round sunglasses, smoking a cigarette. And a younger guy, you noticed him, a guy you didn't recognize, though, kind of dressed in, looks like a smoking jacket, kind of wearing a little fez. So, Dr. Hamilton, James, I bet you know why we're here.
Yeah, I expected you.
You're lucky we were in Boston. We made it so quick.
Oh, that makes sense then. Hugh, this is Dr. Gregory Hamilton.
He gives you a curt nod. He's like, who's this new guy? Where's your other two partners?
I assume they went back up to the room. Things haven't been good. You want to follow us up?
Sure. Come on, guys. And Austin stands up against the wall, from against the wall, and follows you, as well as Huber and the vampire. His name is Vincent Huber. I called him Huber without any explanation as to who he was, and the other guy, of course. They all follow you up to your room, up to James's room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys all into your room, and they see immediately as you open the door, Dr. Stanford kind of turns in the jar towards the door, and you hear Dr. Hamilton. He's like, "Wow, this should be interesting."
It's been.
They all shuffle into your room and kind of collectively take their places in the room.
So, what is it that you've heard?
Well, Smith called me personally, and he said something about you guys needing help, that James is having trouble keeping a hold of his men, are the words he used.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
Yeah, well, so he sent us. What he did say, though, and this is the reason that we figured it was worth our time, is that you are on the trail of the Ancient Covenant.
Yes, finally. It's only been half a decade.
Half a decade. Try half a century from us.
I apparently got on it late. Hugh, your notes?
Oh yeah, it's in here somewhere. I rummaged through my satchel.
Who is this gentleman? He says
him my
directly
notes.
to you, Hugh, as he looks over your notes.
I'm the new guy.
Well, clearly. But who is Hugh? And as he asks you that question, the new guy, or the guy that James doesn't recognize, in the fez, turns towards. He seemed particularly interested in you as that question was asked.
Vietnam flashback, back to Oklahoma. He was a little boy.
Vietnam,
How do you have Vietnam flashbacks in Oklahoma? You're like, I have a Vietnam flashback. What happened? Were you in the war? No, I was in Oklahoma.
15 years ago, little Hugh. God. Plowing the fields.
The Fez kid, we'll call him Fez kid for now, stands up and walks over towards you. As he stands up, you see him kind of pull his arms forward, and you see he's got these white silk gloves on, and he pulls them off of his hands, by the middle finger each, and offers his hands to you. Kind of like he holds them out to Hugh in like a may I gesture.
I shakingly reach out and touch his hands.
As you do, like you put your hands in his, in other words, because he's holding them both out to you. Like,
Yeah, just like dainty, my fingertips in his hands.
so he daintily lays his fingers into this kid's hands, and
Oh my god.
as you make that contact, you feel like a little spark, and you
Flashback to Vietnam, in Oklahoma.
you shoot into this like this quick little like mental seizure in a way, but like it's instantaneous and you snap out of it immediately again. But during that time period, you feel like you see memories of like things that you did back at the farm or like on the office and various other like a time that you fell off your bike and on the dirt road leading up to your farm and skinned your knee really bad. You're just sitting there crying and
Barely joining the Navy.
he
Making it through.
he whispers over to he whispers to Huber. He's like, farm kid, paper pusher, rides a motorcycle. See, he puts his gloves back on his hands and sits back down at the table again, just like very pleased with himself.
Well, that's all very genuinely known information. Okay.
Oh, he killed a man today.
Oh my
Couple.
god.
Sweat drips down my forehead.
One man. First time.
Huey walks away and sits down.
Do I know that you went to your room?
Yeah, you can assume so. You know that he was smuggling Steve into that hotel,
Right.
so you could assume that.
Under a bedsheet.
Yep. Literally.
Perfectly.
Perfectly. Without hesitation.
You can't see me.
No, he literally, John, that's exactly what he, oh my God.
He John Cena'd.
Man, he's becoming,
You know what?
He's becoming the Cena.
I feel like since, this is a role-playing game, right? And it's the great thing about it not being digital mechanics or like code is that you can fuck with it whenever you want. So I think in the case of stealth, whenever you're trying to stealth, I'm gonna give you just a natural +1
Oh my
with
god.
with no real like you don't even have to call it a move. It's just innate ability essentially because of multiple reasons. One, you pull it off every time. Right, no one knows what the fuck you're doing. Almost, I can't remember off the top of my head any times where like you weren't that stealth. I mean, there probably are some. I'm sure there are plenty, but I just can't think of any. Because this has been going on for months. And 2, your name is John Cena,
That's all it takes.
and you can't see me fits so well. So anyway,
You got the end game bonus for picking a name.
Yeah, quiet level up sound dings in the other room. Like
Right.
John Cena.
Okay.
He powered up.
All right. The way that I see it, I'm pretty sure it's obvious that we don't have a lot of time.
Dr. Hamilton hands Hubert his notes back. And he's like, sounds like you're way over your head. So it's
Yeah.
a good thing we came.
Well, we are just 4 people.
Sounds like you are looking to open up that door.
That's what I was thinking.
That sounds horrible.
Yes, it does.
What?
I feel like a better option would be to prevent it from being opened.
I agree.
Can't believe you guys even thought that.
I didn't.
I'm sorry.
However, if you want to open it, this is your operation.
No.
We're here for backup.
No.
We have to. What's it? What happens if we open that door? Any theories?
Well-
Because I'm lost.
Judging by your drawings, something is in there. And
Some otherworldly, ungodly, unknowable creature.
Then we have to get back to the observatory right now and prevent it from being opened. Because whatever they were doing, it started.
Is John's room right next to ours?
yep. Wait. Nope. Between your guys. I mean, there's one room between you guys. It's Steve's room was between them.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk through the walls. I'm gonna go over there.
Okay. Well, that was unexpected.
I'll be right back.
That's new.
Hamilton turns over to the kid with the fez, and he's like, "So, Daniel boy, did you get a name on this creature while you were probing young Huey here? That which should not be." Hamilton just kind of nods, and you see Huber kind of shake his head, like look as he continues to kind of. It almost looks like he's reading a book all the time with no book. Like he's just sitting there, posed, just kind of casually looking down for some reason. He just kind of. You don't know if he's awake or not.
Oh, and it's just
tell.
you.
Just screening.
He
Yeah, it's just
uses-
you, Hugh. You're the only one in the room here.
He
You
uses
and
his
the
middle
head.
finger to put up his glasses.
Yes, of course. But yeah, it's just you and the head in the room.
Well,
Yep.
and Collins.
And Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Collins is always just kind of there.
Foolish Collins.
Collins.
I look over to Collins. I'm like,
His best bud.
do you know what they're talking about? Because I'm at a loss here.
They're talking about your notes.
No, that who should not be or whatever.
Daniel stands up, looks at you. He's like, I got it from your mind. You definitely know.
Oh, the guy from the stone?
Yeah. Sounds like that's what all this is leading to. Wait, did you not put these pieces? The kid's just like, he just kind of sits back down.
I just take the notes. I haven't had time to look over it yet.
Hamilton sits down on the foot of James's bed and pulls a cigarette out of a little metal pack, packs it on his knee and lights it. He's like, so you're taking the notes, but you're not processing them. Kind of a paper pusher, just putting facts down.
I'm figuring it out
I
as
see
I
who you
go.
are. Well,
And I come through the wall in John's room.
okay.
I just all come through the wall. John,
How's it going, buddy?
how is he?
He's not good. We got to move him from here.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with him while he's like this.
We need a safe house. Do you think you could call into the Haven? What was that guy's name again? Slick?
Slim.
Slim?
Nah. I
See if you can't find anyone, any other, maybe brother bars or something. We have to hide him for a little bit, especially with these assholes here. I can hear them through the wall. Cocky sons of bitches.
yeah, I knew you weren't gonna be excited hearing that they were showing up.
Yeah, and I don't know how long I have before I snap again.
I know. Do you want to take these?
Pills?
Do you want to have them with you?
I'll take one of them. You guys keep the rest,
All
just
right.
in case. You know, Jonathan doesn't like to take them.
I know. Well, if he's stable, you should come back over to the other room with me. As long as you're like this anyway.
I don't know. You should really keep an eye on Steve.
I'll stay here and keep an eye on him if you go. I think they could use you.
All right, fine. John walks out the door, heads towards the other room.
I'll just sit with Steve.
So the door to James's room opens and in comes John.
Gentlemen,
Well, Steve stands up from leaning against the wall again. He just seems to perch himself against the wall all the time, apparently.
Pulls
If
a
it
beer
isn't-
out of his pocket.
If it isn't John Cena,
what do you want, Steve?
I'm just here to help you, buddy.
So not ready for you right now. Where's your boss?
Sitting right here. Hamilton just kind of waves with two fingers in his cigarette between them. John, good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Hamilton. I guess.
So, you got a truck full of gas.
It's a long story.
Yeah, I bet. Also, want to give you props for the grenades I heard you pulled in Oberon's lair. That's pretty crazy.
How'd you hear about that?
People talk. Industry, water cooler. And as he says that too about the grenades thing, everybody in all four of them in the room just kind of give you a curt nod, like an appreciative, like a respectful nod when he mentions the grenade incident. All of them, even the vamp, even Huber, just kind of.
I guess my reputation precedes me.
It does. So, got any new ones? Anything not on the papers yet? Besides a gas truck?
Yeah, I'm saving that one for later.
That look. He just no blinking stared when he said that. Oh, it's so good.
Sorry, I tried this whole get into the character.
No, I
thing.
know, but the way you did it, you're like, I'm saving that for later.
Can't help it.
That was creepy. It was funny.
Shit.
Oh, my God. Anyway, done anything crazy lately?
John's thinking back on, he's remembering into dear Jonathan's thoughts and memories, and he's thinking about the cow field, and he just kind of grimaces and shakes his head, and he's like, no, not really. Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
How many of you are actually curious about what's behind this door?
Well, sounds like we know.
Yeah, I know. But should we stop it or should we kill it?
Ooh, it's a good question.
Because this is just a threat that's always going to be here. And as we can already tell, 5 years ago, we've had a breach of security. it's just going to happen again.
That's a good point.
And this is a much bigger deal than just a simple shapeshifter.
That's true. It's very true. Huber, what do you think? Huber kind of looks up from his void at Hamilton. He looks at John behind these. You see his head turning, but you can't tell where he's looking. And he just kind of gives this simple shrug. Yeah, I didn't think that was this. So, elder gods, man. Hamilton kind of looks down, puts a cigarette out, immediately grabs another one, draws from it, and he's like, if you think you can, we're here. But it's some complicated shit. I got to imagine. I mean, that's like killing gods, man. It is.
All we have to do is talk James into helping us. I know that he's not willing to get involved in destroying this. I know he wants to lock it up and throw the key away, but the key will always be found.
It's maybe true. Unless we can destroy what can conjure it. Have you guys discovered that yet?
I don't have enough time to actually sit down and go over his notes and try to figure things out. I'll run out of time. I don't have enough. If you guys can give me a little bit of help going over all of this stuff here, and we can figure something out, we can go back to where we did find Steve. And I need to be able to trust you. And John shifts his eyes over to Stephen Austin. And
should have named him Austin Stevens. Well, you went to exactly with the name too, so I had to as well.
Right. So he looks over at Mr. Stone Cold and it's like, I don't trust you, but I need your help this time around.
I've always had your back. No matter how much shit I gave you, boy, I always had your back. As much of a brother as we can have, you're my little brother.
All right.
And man, I know I've given you shit over the years, more than, hell, I probably threatened your life multiple times. Put you in situations. I know I did. I know you do too. So, but it's always been in fun for me. I mean, you know how it is. My little brother. I think you know how it is.
I'm trying to imagine the genetic, like, sperm babies having a childhood right now.
Well, because you got to imagine they're born at some point, right? And then they're like raised
I know.
in training.
I imagine you guys were like.
I was trying to
born
imagine
as adults, it.
Oh, really?
Sperm.
No, apparently not.
No way. That would be terrible.
Because like
they're huge.
God. Just spills out of a test tube, butt ass naked, fully grown.
Like the fucking Terminator showing up.
John reaches out his hand towards Austin and says, "Thank you. I'm gonna need, I guess, whatever family we really are tonight."
He grabs your hand, and as he does, he squeezes it pretty tightly.
I'm gonna squeeze back.
He pulls you in.
No.
Or he attempts to. Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna resist, and I'm gonna try to pull him in. I'm gonna try to one up this bastard at least once.
Roll plus cool to act under pressure.
I got a 10.
All right, so yeah, you pull him in instead, and what do you do?
I'm gonna give him a big hug.
Oh, okay, that's great. And he's just like, huh. All right, pussy. And he hugs you back, and then he pushes you away afterwards.
No.
So in the corner, Huey's just flipping through his notes, and I have to imagine it was kind of extensive notes if they can get a brief overview.
Oh yeah, you're taking very good notes.
I would like to stumble across something important through these notes, trying to look for the key that opens up this door.
Oof.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh, you are a
It is my move.
fucking genius.
Yep. Oh, the oops move. Yeah, I was looking for the title.
My oops move.
I like that. No, okay. So if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper. You will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Fuck.
But it's so broad. As the keeper, you can decide.
I know that there's no prompt for a roll on that, but I'm going to actually have you just roll plus sharp, which is generally what you would do for investigative mystery. But I'm just going to see what you roll. And kind of base it off of the same system. That's an 8 on the dice.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay, that's pretty good. So
I should have took +1. And
what you learned is that whatever ritual it is that's opening the door, because you know that it's a ritual. That's what you've definitely gathered that.
It has to do something with the pendulum and the
Yep, and
colander in the middle.
Yeah, and whatever is going on, that's definitely started it.
It has to do something with Steve's blood in that colander is my theory.
Okay, that's a pretty good theory. And you also know that those risers, if you call them, or bleachers, we call them whatever, but like the stone risers that were flanking the door were clearly was like almost like a where a missing piece goes. You know what I mean? That's what you gathered from that through paging through your notes. So that's I guess that's a pretty good mixed result. It's a lot of information, but it's not all of it.
So, you got something?
We're missing a piece.
What's that, Huey?
It has something to do with these risers.
Well, I mean, we only saw how many of those things standing up there. Maybe they need some sort of power source from all of these creatures that have these gems in them.
That chest.
Maybe there is some sort of sacrifice. I don't know. Or just an audience. Food for the creature when it awakens. Is anything maybe pushing your button here?
I look to Collins and I ask him, how much of that necronium did you find?
Oh,
Because I feel like
Yeah,
they
the
would need
chest
a
full.
lot of it.
And you
found
don't
it
know
too.
why.
as you say this to him, you see that he's kind of in fetal position on one of the beds, just like facing the wall. Looks like he's sleeping or crying. You're not sure. You go over to you notice this. Huey goes to check on him, and he turns over. He's like, "Oh, what?" And he sees his eyes are just all puffy. And what did you ask me? He sniffles.
How much of that necronium did you find?
Oh, he sits up onto the side of the bed and
Because you said
Pulls
they
his-
stole it from you, right?
yeah, he 8 pieces.
We need to go get that necronium and then go straight to the observatory.
I'll tell you what, considering what I've seen in that place down there, under the observatory, I don't think they're going to be where you left them.
We need to get back to the observatory. I feel like everything's gonna accumulate in that central. Sorry,
say it
one
again.
track mind. Accumulate.
No. I like that. That was funny.
Accumulating a lot.
Oh
Come a lot.
I need a retake.
That's all that's in my head now.
I need
Oh,
a retake
no.
of that, please.
Yeah, retake that.
We should just head back towards the observatory. If I feel like somebody's already snatched up all the necronium and plans are already in motion. We're gonna have to head back. That's gonna be the focal point. We just got to get James to join us.
Where did James go? I saw he disappeared through the
Yeah,
wall.
I got to show you guys something. You're gonna see Steve. He's not doing so good.
Oh.
Also, he might be a werewolf.
Oh, no, he is. We know that.
God damn, does everyone... What is going on?
That's why Huber's here.
Because he's a vampire?
Keeps him in check.
Wait a minute. How'd you guys find out?
Smith.
Director Smith told you?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Smith does talks a lot.
God damn it. All right. Well, come on, follow me.
These are need to know details, my friend. Everybody gets up out of the room and they all head off into your room, and they see James standing there or sitting beside bedside with Steve, and Steve is still in his hybrid form, labored breathing. Regina comes out of the bathroom of the room and goes and hops up onto the bed with Steve on it and curls up on his kind of does the little dog circle thing and like
Wait. On
Steve.
Steve.
on Steve.
Not Steve Austin?
Our Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Werewolf
there's
Steve.
not Steve Austin. No. On Finnegan, and
Good girl.
and then just kind of plops down, and you see Steve's one of his hands comes up, and he just kind of holds the dog.
Well, as you can see, he's out cold, but he's still responsive enough. But we can't ask him any questions about how he got here or why he's here.
I was just gonna say, can your new guy help out with that, Hamilton?
What are the questions you're looking for?
Can you read his mind too?
Read minds? What? What is going on here?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It was just before I came to get you.
He touched my hands.
And
Gross.
he knew like everything.
You stay away from me.
Well, I was just curious as whether or not you could get any information out of Steven here.
Daniel, it's you. Kid stands up and he's like, "My name is Daniel Larson."
How dare
I know, right? I know. I had to. And then I was like, I was like, Daniel Larson.
When you said Danny, it was like, I fucking
Oh
wonder.
no.
Yep, you got it. And he stands up and walks over to Steve, taking his gloves off again, and puts his hands on Steve's on his temples essentially, and you see like Steve's eyes shoot open too, and Danny pulls his hands away, and it looks like he was taken from the room next door.
Yes.
He was in a fight. I couldn't really get anything out of the assailants. I'm seeing a lot of beatings, and just a lot of real foggy bits and pieces here. Some stone room. I feel extreme pain in my shoulders and wrists.
Yeah. He was.
And this, is he getting dialysis? He kind of looks at it, looks around the room like it's a stupid idea.
Not really. No, it was. They were collecting his blood.
Oh, that makes more sense. But that's what I got.
Did you hear anything? Were there any words, or do you just see memories?
Just it depends, I guess. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less.
So we can't even get enough information out of the fucking psychic. We're just gonna have to go there, James.
Yeah, I can't give you what I can't get from him. You know what I mean? Like if he
I'm not trying to be mean.
No,
I'm not trying to be rude. It's just
It's fine.
this is frustrating.
Well, I appreciate your attempt.
he gives a curt bow and puts his gloves back on.
Shit. Yeah, I know we gotta go back. I know.
One way or another, James, the necronium is there. They're going to finish this. I think they were just bleeding him dry by the time we found Steven.
Well, I'm hoping that our interruption there might have at least stalled something.
Well, we shouldn't be stalling ourselves.
But why not just kill him?
Kill.
There has to be a reason.
This is not what
why
they
they were
do.
draining his blood.
They would torture. These are their gods torturing damned souls.
Hamilton stands up. He's like, no, that's a good point. Why didn't they kill him?
Unless he's the final sacrifice.
He's definitely a part of it. But you definitely put a wrench in their gears by taking him, because they clearly needed him. No, it's hard to say if they got what they needed, but if he was still there and still alive, I assume they didn't.
Do any of you know a place around here that'd be safer to keep him than the hotel? Unfortunately, Steven is the one who knows this town best.
That's true, and he doesn't look to be in the best shape to be a tour guide.
Can you guys just put up some guards in front of him while we go to the observatory?
I could call some people in, but honestly, I don't think he's going to be much help here before or after this.
No.
We don't want someone to come back for him.
Right. How about we call for a transfer? I can get some guys in a box truck. Can drive him back out to the department.
How long do you think?
Looks at his watch. Oh, let's see. It's 11:30 now. They could probably be here 12:30. Let me make a call. Is that what you want me to do?
We need Steven to be safe.
Oh, enough. And then he picks up the phone in your. He's like, may I? He picks up the phone, dials a number, and then he said, yes, I need a delivery. Follow my tracker. Okay. One dog. Okay. About 20 minutes. Great. Quicker than I thought. Then he hangs up the phone. 20 minutes?
Man, you guys got the connections.
Well, been at it for a good 800 years?
That's a pretty big gap.
Yeah, I thought about something I said earlier.
We have 20 minutes to prepare then, boys.
So what do we, what's the plan?
Did these fine gentlemen bring extra gear for us to sift through?
Austin's just, at that answer, you see him, he's almost giddy. He's like, come on, John, let me show you the truck.
I could use a booster shot. I'm hurt a little bit.
Aren't we gonna? What are we doing for our health and stuff? Is this still continuing, or
Yeah,
is there some recovery here?
The scene is continuing, but
Because it's one night, one.
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
sleep.
we're leaving right now, aren't we?
I know. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So what are you at?
I have 2 harm on me right now.
Fuck, I can fuck this up too. So
But you didn't.
Oh, I did not fuck that up.
Absolutely not.
You are perfectly well, my friend. How
So,
about you, Mr. James?
How much does that heal?
2.
How many of those do you have?
That's the question I was thinking about all week. How many does John actually have on
I've
him?
just been spacing them out. Like I don't use them often. I use them when,
it's literally-
when we need
what-
to.
what
Just
is
a
the-
lot today.
Let us say
What is the ability?
that in your preparation to go. Oh, yeah, it doesn't say anything about that.
I was thinking maybe-
It
The
says you have a
ability, it
full
says
first
I
aid
can
kit.
just do it, but I can fuck up and really screw myself
Yeah,
over.
you have a full first aid kit and the training to heal people is essentially all it says.
Yeah.
a first aid kit.
So
maybe
honestly, no.
4.
What I do is I just go into the bathroom and grab some antiseptic
Right.
shit and just kind of patch you up the best I can.
I will say that with your guys' preparation in the next 20 minutes or so, you gathered enough materials to use that 6 times going forward. That's not okay?
Holy
after,
shit. From now on?
After you leave.
Okay,
So if you want to
yeah,
heal
that's
these 2
fine.
boys, free heals.
Well, what are you at?
I have 3 harm.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
What's
no.
that one? What is that one?
That's a 1.
Oh god.
Take my heels. Take my heels.
Can't.
Was that plus cool 6?
6. So you missed.
Huey can help me patch him up, and I can at least get 1 harm off of him. Shit.
That's a 5.
Okay, well, either way then. Okay, so no, it doesn't work. You actually ended up hurting James, dealing 1 harm to him.
So now he's dying.
Take experience.
It's
Also,
unstable?
you take a point of experience as well for both failing.
Oh my
I'm
god.
glad that I don't get experience for this either. It's just an experience.
Fuck.
Austin, he's like, I'm gonna give you a little of this stuff here, and he's got a little vial. He's got it into like a little fanny pack. He pulls around to the front.
A vial of
It's
semen.
leather. It just feels right on him.
Take a shot of this, boy.
He gives you. He's like, you want it?
Well, what is that?
Just a little home remedy.
Take it, please.
Why not? I mean, I'm out of alcohol.
He cracks. He first before he does it, he pulls the beer out of his pocket. But
Son of a
a can of like an old can of beer, cracks it, and he just and then he like gives you a fucking shot of it and heal 2 more.
Oh shit!
So put yourself that good.
Was it thick
Yeah.
and viscous?
Oh yeah. What are you at? Are you at 0?
I'm fine.
Okay, I thought so. All right. So 20 minutes later, there's a knock at the door, and it's 2 guys in like coveralls, 2 black pairs of coveralls, and they were like these plain black baseball caps. They come in, there's the package, the dog, and he's pointing to Regina. No, the big one. Actually, the little one too.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
How big of a duffel bag did they bring?
They didn't bring a duffel bag. They have like a steamer trunk that's like the size of a fridge box.
Oh,
And John stops him right there. What is that?
In the box? That's for him. And he opens it up and it's completely empty. Yeah, but it looks big enough to put Steve in.
Just a box? This is my...
I know. But
Okay. Fine. Just take care of both of them. Please.
So they both, with Austin's help, or probably your help too, actually, pick up him off the bed, like lift him and put him into the thing.
I put blankets and shit in there.
Okay,
pillows.
yeah. You stuff it full of like you take the comforter off of the hotel bed and stick it in there with them. A couple pillows off the bed. They close it up and clip it shut. And then you see one of them pick up Regina around the midsection. Pick her up off the floor, and she whines as she's staring at you.
I'll be back, girl.
And they both take off. One guy pulling the trunk on its wheels, and the other one carrying the dog. And you hear her yipping down the hall.
I run out there and give her some satchel granola.
Huey just runs down the hall after a couple yips, and then he comes back and tells you that.
Such a good boy, Hugh.
Have you ever double dosed on your John pills?
No.
Can we?
Might have to. I've got 1 on me.
I want to see what happens.
I've already got a plan that might, because it's up to him what happens,
Because
honestly.
at this point, you've taken 2
But I was
3
slipping.
of those today.
I honestly never considered the possibility, so that's pretty interesting.
Yep.
I want
I got a feeling. So I've got 1 on me. I know that each of these 2 have some.
They
so
each
if
have 3, actually.
If I end up taking one, or if they end up giving me one, and I think shit's bad, I'm just gonna pop the one that I have on me and see what happens.
when you feel like you're
I'm-
fading.
I'm the
No,
only one who
like-
knows that he has the other one.
Yeah.
So.
Like John doesn't know what will happen, but he's hoping to God it just
Oh, he's gonna
makes him,
take one
like-
while he's already in it.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
he hopes to God if he double doses like right away, that it'll give him an edge
got
that
you.
he's not had
You
before.
need some granola. Take some
But
satchel
I did
granola.
grab gear, and now John stands there and he shoulders a. Oh, we're not there.
But
yet.
if you
Oh, I
wanted
was
to
gonna say,
let's-
never mind.
We
Let's
can,
just
we
actually
can
get
skip
into
that
it.
scene. Yeah, we can skip it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, John's now shouldering a grenade launcher plus his bandolier of grenades, a 9mm, and his double barrel shotgun.
Okay, so you guys all get into your vehicles, head down to the observatory.
I just
Yeah.
got a lot of grenades.
So should we take a quick break and then get to the observatory?
Let's do it.
So you guys all pull up to the observatory. What do you do?
Am I driving the gas-filled truck again?
Are you?
I don't know. Yeah,
And we don't have the
probably.
Comet, so
Yeah, we're all in the gas-filled truck.
And
And-
I'm driving my motorcycle.
Yeah, the nudes guys pull up in their own car.
There's a back entrance this way. Let's avoid running into the old man at the front again.
Is that who you were talking to earlier?
He's nice.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's swell.
So John's gonna take point with his brother and move through the dark passages.
Okay, you guys come to that door and you see that it's not as you left it. The door, as you remember, you busted the lock off on it, and this time it's like it looks like they've like riveted some big metal bands across the door.
Hey, Austin,
Loud.
Yeah,
we can get through this door. Are you ready?
was this not like this when you left here?
No, they know we're coming.
Oh yeah, they definitely know.
oh, then give me a minute. I'll just pull my gun out and walk through the door.
Just a little peeksy.
And John
a little
just stares at the door. What?
Yeah, James goes through the door, but his gun just kind of sticks to the wall and falls. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, you phase right through it, and you see that you're in the hallway there.
I'm gonna move up and check out the shit inside there quick.
Okay.
Because I know that it goes. I know kind of the direction since we left through here.
Yep. Mhm.
Can you unlock the door from the other side?
It's riveted. I have a grenade launcher.
Yeah, I know
but
if you're
now
going with this.
James is on the other side. I'm not gonna.
No, I wanted to check it out and see if there were people there and come back.
Yeah, you go down the entire hallway, and as you just kind of phase right through, independently of what's going, the rest of the group behind you. No one's in the hallway. You come down to you head down to those stairs. That door at the top of the stairs that is not repaired from John's damage. You open that door. I imagine. You head down those stairs, and that door at the bottom of the stairs as well, unrepaired from John's damage.
Okay, I'll head back from that point then.
Okay. And as you do, John, what are you doing?
I'm just standing there. Hold on, buddy. I don't want to blow him up too. I just got him back.
I'll just phase back through. This is the only door that's changed, at least in the next couple of hallways.
James, Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm not used to you being able to do that.
Yeah, neither am I. It's strange.
All right, I'm gonna blast this door out of the way here.
Okay, everybody backs up a good distance from it, and you roll to kick some ass. I mean, not roll to kick some ass, but roll to act under pressure.
11.
11. Okay, so you do what you set out to do. You fire off this grenade launcher yeah, and the grenade lands right in front of the door, and it just explodes, and you see that it busts a hole in the. It's ridiculously loud. You see that some of like the windows on this side of the observatory up the hill, like kind of you see them rattling from the explosion, and it does blow a hole in the door just big enough for all of you guys to crawl through.
I think they might know we're here. Let's move quick.
We go.
I take point again.
Okay, you guys all in single file, all kind of crouch through that hole in the John Blues through the door. You all head down the hallway to the door at the top of the stairs. You open that, head down the stairs, open that door, and you see the intersection. And as you guys are into this intersection room, remember the T-shaped room, you hear this like that sound that you heard in the chamber, that like that humming sound in a way, the sound of the mechanism, much louder, and it's accompanied by this like thrumming, this like this low hum, but like almost choral.
I was just gonna say, does it sound like people?
It kind of does, but almost in like not. It sounds a little inhuman.
Oh, a chanting.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit like that. Yeah.
All right. I'll
Huey, with his friends around and he knows he has to step up, charges in.
just ahead of everybody.
Yeah, I charge in.
Okay, he just comes charging up. Where you headed?
Into the room.
Okay, so you run that direction of that door.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing?
What could go wrong?
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend your hold to inflict 1 harm, or plus 1 harm, or reduce someone's harm suffered by 1, and take +2 forward on an act under pressure roll. So yeah, I'll give you those holds. As he goes running, you run up to the door of the ritual chamber, correct? And you
With the big door on the
you just run on in.
Yep.
Okay, so
We gotta go. We gotta go.
yeah, and you guys all follow him. He opens the door, and inside the room, you see that machine is whipping. Like you can barely see the ball anymore. That purple haze that it's creating is kind of permeating the entire room now, and you see on the risers on the other side of this massive stadium-sized room, dozens of cloaked people chanting, and those Necronians. You remember those 4 of them are just like they look like hippies way too high on acid dancing at Woodstock.
What the
Just
hell?
like flailing like uncontrollably, like almost like the nurses from Silent Hill, but just quick and
Oh my
more
god.
aggressive. The door itself has this like bright purple glow on the crack between the 2 panels, and like almost like a big giant glowing eye on all of the cracks in the door. You know what I mean? That's what you see.
John strides up next to him.
Okay, what do you guys do in here?
We need to stop this.
Grenade launcher?
Actually, John's gonna pull a grenade off his bandolier, hold a pin with his teeth, and just lob it into the group of necrophiliacs.
Okay, the distance is like across a football stadium.
I think I can throw that.
Like if
Or
you're
are you
walking on
talking
one
like a
end of this
football field.
the stadium, like you walked in of like the far end of it, and they're on the other end of this whole thing.
I'm a super soldier. I got this.
That is true.
I'm gonna lob a grenade from the grenade launcher. I thought it'd be cool to do that,
Right.
And then throw it. But if it's that far, I don't even think John can throw that far.
Yeah, but you're gonna launch one off with a grenade launcher,
I'm gonna pop off a grenade.
and you're aiming it at the people.
I mean,
I like the
necrophiliacs.
Oh, no.
So roll plus cool to act under pressure.
Get yourself ready, Hamilton.
9. Worst outcome, hard choice, or a price to pay.
Well, you got a 9 on the dice, didn't you?
yeah. No.
What'd you get?
6 plus 3.
Oh, it's a
is
6
9.
plus 3. Okay.
That's like my one thing is John Cena's cool.
If this inflicts harm on him, I would like to reduce 1 harm.
Okay.
Use one of my holds.
It won't.
Okay, good.
That's a tough one. Give me a second. Because it's either maybe a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. Oh, I got you. How much damage does that do? Do you know?
That's 4. Messy, loud,
Oh, no.
far area.
What's the damage itself?
4.
4? Okay. So you managed to pretty well lob that grenade exactly where you're kind of aiming for it. And 2 of the Necronians kind of go flying from that explosion. And they land on the other side of the other ones. And all 4 of them at this point stop moving as they were doing. Well, the other 2 and the other ones get up off the ground, kind of battered and bloodied from the explosion and burnt. And all of them they see all 4, they see you guys, and they just start sprinting towards you guys.
Let's go, Austin. John and Austin are going to take off, charging at. We're going to meet him.
Okay. James, what do you do?
I am going to ask you to give me a second.
Huey, what are you doing?
I would like to. I'm observing the pendulum spinning around and looking at the. Is it a goblet in the middle? Is that what it is? Or it's like a bird bath kind of.
That fits. Yeah, that fits.
I'm observing it and trying to piece it together exactly like what's inside that bird bath.
Okay, it's so big that like, think about like the mental image I've been using is remember the satellite dish from the end of the cable guy when they're fighting in the
that
brain.
big,
It is that big.
dish.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's huge,
Got you. I would like to.
and it's almost like a wrecking ball being spun around that thing at like high speed.
Gotcha.
Like so, it's moving so fast. All you can see is kind of like this cone that the chain is creating.
I am going to pretty much just while John and Steve Austin are running up, I'm gonna slowly start making my way up too. But I'm gonna just like try to scan all this terrible shit and see see exactly what I can glean from, like, the entire picture that I'm looking at here now.
Okay. Do you want to read a bad situation or investigate a mystery?
This is definitely a bad situation.
That's exactly what.
Definitely a
Yeah.
All right. Roll
yeah.
plus sharp to read a bad situation then.
All right.
And Hugh, since you're doing that as well, it seems like.
Yep.
Why don't you roll to help out then? So roll plus cool if you'd like. He needs it.
Well, I automatically get a 10.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. Yep. Okay, so you get to hold 3 then.
I got a 6. So.
Oh wait, that's it when fighting a monster. You got a 6, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so you can help him out to give him an extra hold.
That's plus sharp. That's an 8.
No, plus cool to help.
Oh, plus cool.
Yep.
Also an 8.
An 8? Okay. You grant him +1. But you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. Oh, that does work. Okay, so I'll give you that +1, and I'm going to hold. Actually, I'm going to hold the exposure to damage, to danger and trouble thing. So you have +1 hold on that read a bad situation.
Are there any dangers that I haven't noticed yet?
That you haven't noticed? No, actually no. Everything that you've seen in the room is pretty much all there is to. Not pretty much. It is all there is to see, really. Actually, the biggest danger. I mean, not the biggest danger. Any danger you haven't really noticed is that the door itself is starting to actually. It's not opening necessarily, but it is like it's beginning to. You know what I mean? Like that glow that whole whatever this ritual is creating is kind of growing in intensity.
Okay.
Are there any pillars by this giant door?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm trying to get closer to the chanters
Yep.
while meeting these other things in combat to slow them down while these two figure shit out.
Okay, so you guys, you and Steve, or you and Austin both go booking down this giant chamber, and you guys meet the Necronians kind of in the middle, almost on. So you kind of head left around the thing in the middle, the dish. I'm calling it that.
Yep.
And then Austin goes right, cuts right, to meet another pair where they kind of also went around. And so you're running up to 2 of them, and you meet them right in the middle. Both of them are running at you, claws extended, two inky black tendrils kind of out over their back like scorpion tails almost. What do?
I am going to pull 2 grenades from my bandolier, pull the pins with my teeth,
Yep.
and then punch through their chest. I know that they're weak enough where I can do this.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to drop them off and keep sprinting past them.
Okay. So I'm going to have you make 2 rolls.
Okay.
I'm going to have you roll to kick some ass to initiate that, and then I'm going to have you roll to act under pressure to successfully make it out of that. So we're going to roll to kick some ass.
Shit!
Okay.
11.
An 11. Okay, great. So you get to choose an extra effect.
Oh!
Take +1 forward, or give 1 forward to a hunter. Inflict +1 harm, suffer -1 harm, or force them where you want them.
I'm going to force them where I want them.
Okay, and where's that?
I'm going to while John's hands are still plunged in their chest, I'm going to whip them sideways towards the moving pendulum.
At the pendulum?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So keep in mind that the pendulum, where the dish itself is.
Oh, is it not like ground
I
level?
I mean, you're like here. No, it's not at all.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You're pretty much standing here with these 2 things,
Damn it.
right? And that dish is kind of coming up like that. Right? It's
I thought we went
humongous.
around like it was ground level where I could interact with
No,
it. Sorry,
no.
sorry. Okay, that
That's what
ruins
I
that
was-
You can
cool
throw them
fucking
into
thing.
it, but not like into it. You know what I mean?
Damn. Okay. Then you know what? I'm gonna pass one up towards Huey.
You're gonna give him a +1 forward.
+1 forward to Huey.
Okay.
And then I
Perfect.
gotta act under pressure to escape this
Yep.
explosion velocity.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh
yeah.
my god! I acted under so much pressure.
Dude, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
Damn.
Jesus.
So what's that extra? Something extra that you wanted, or you can just do it to perfection.
Oh my god! Extra. No, there's no way an explosion would knock that thing over. Realistically,
2 explosions.
no extra. I'm just gonna. Actually, he's going to punch through their chest, pin him to the ground, and then rip his arms out, and then keep sprinting forward.
Okay, so
That's what I wanna
you run
do.
past them. The one explodes just into shrapnel from that one explosion, the one that was already damaged. The other one, he's thrown by the grenade, but he lands face down like a good 10 feet away from it and starts to like get himself back up off the ground. So you are now between halfway there, half from the fight with them, halfway to the choir people. So you're about 3/4 of the way down this field at this point. James, what are you doing?
I guess firstly, I'm just going to turn Hamilton. You got anything here?
No, this is bigger scale than I realized it would be.
Oh, yeah.
follow John's lead, I guess. I mean, you see that shit?
It's fucking crazy.
That was crazy.
I know.
So Austin needs our help, and you see that Austin is engaged with the other two, and he's grappling with one while the other one is kind of coming up from behind him.
I guess that's where I'm about off to then. I pat him on the shoulder. Good luck. And I just go.
Okay, and then as you do, he pulls. You see him reach into his coat pocket, and he pulls out like a submachine gun.
God damn. A Tommy gun?
Well, let's later than that.
MP40.
Yeah, just a machine pistol.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
hell
badass. That's pretty baller.
And you hear him just cracking that thing off at the one behind Austin, but he misses. And you see like one bullet has kind of grazed him. You see like a little explosion of blood, but the thing doesn't even change its pace. What are you doing?
I am going to. You said that both of these dudes were like on him.
He's grappling one of them while the other one is kind of coming up from behind him. It looks like it's going to get the upper hand on him.
I guess that I'm going to try to redirect this one that's coming up on him.
Okay. How are you doing it? Keep in mind the distance here.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna fire off some shots at him.
Okay.
Try to do the same thing that Hamilton was doing.
Yeah, roll to kick some ass then.
All right.
Roll plus tough.
Oh shit.
No, sir. That's a 4.
A 4? Okay. Mark experience. You fire some shots off and you see that none of them land. And that Necronian that's getting the jump on Austin there grabs him by the head from behind with both of its claws, and you see him just shredding into his face, and you see just blood spurting out of the guy's face. You see him, like it looks like he tries to like bend forward to like throw him over his back forward, flip him over, and it just doesn't work, and you see him drop to his knees. While the other one that he's grappling, he lets go of it, and then that one starts to reel back as well with a claw. Huey, what are you doing?
Where is Huey compared to everybody else?
You are still kind of by the entry to this place.
Okay, so everyone's further in.
Yeah, Nate, you were probably about 50 yards in, about halfway to the fight line, you can almost say. Austin is at the 100-yard line to the right of the thing. John is about 150 yards out, about 50 yards from the choirs and the door. And everybody else, all three others, which is Huey and the vampire and the Fez, are all kind of still by the door-ish. Hamilton also.
Okay, so I think what Huey would do is, I think I'd be flipping through my notes, trying to figure out the best course of action to stop the pendulum from swinging and from the door opening.
The whole ritual?
Yeah, the ritual. Other than, trying to murder all these people.
Okay.
Like maybe looking for like a weak point in this dish to maybe knock it over so it stops or...
Okay, why don't you read a bad situation? Roll plus sharp.
I'm going to use a luck point.
Okay, so you got a 10. Oh, actually a 12 then technically.
12.
You may ask me any question you want about the situation, not just the listed ones.
Not just the listed one.
Yes, any question.
Well,
How can I stop this ritual?
Okay.
if you're talking about the things that, like the pendulum and the door.
All
and
the key
Right, I got you.
components to stop it.
Okay, so it looks like if you stopped the pendulum or whatever you want to call it, the mechanism, and or you stopped the chanting, it looks like either of those could do the trick.
Good roll. It's a good roll.
Meanwhile, John,
Luck
what
point.
are you doing?
Luck point.
Am I close enough to fire off a shot from my 9mm?
You're like 50 yards, so yeah.
I'm gonna fire a shot off at this course and see if I can't scare him at least.
Okay, roll to kick some. Roll to act under pressure, I guess.
I'm not trying to hit him.
Yeah, because you're not trying to fight him. You're it's a pressure situation. So roll back under pressure. Roll plus cool.
That's 13.
13. Nice. So yeah, you fire a shot off at the choir there, and it kind of lands amongst them. Hits one guy in the middle, and he just fucking crumbles to his just crumbles. The choir itself at that point kind of looks at. They all kind of stop. That half of it does, because remember there are two chunks of this. Those guys stop chanting, and they look down at him.
John looks back up. I think that's enough.
And then the other half is still going. So then you see that the choir members who were taken aback by that regain their composure, and then you hear them kind of chiming back up again.
God, don't make me pull out the grenades. I don't want to kill you.
Meanwhile, the Necronian that survived the explosion is just running at you from behind.
Can I react to it?
When we come back around.
Okay.
James, what are you doing?
I'm going to go and tackle one of these things off of Steve Austin.
Okay. Roll to kick some ass. Well, it's an act under pressure. Well, actually, I was thinking, so kick some
I wasn't really looking to do any hurt. I was looking to get him off of Steve Austin. Is what
That
I
would be a
want
roll
to
to help
do.
someone.
Because they're literally just murdering this
Protect
man.
someone right there.
I guess it will be protect someone. Yeah, roll plus tough.
Yeah, you can still inflict harm.
Yep.
That's a 10.
A 10, nice. So you protect him, okay. So you do get the guy off of him, the Necronian off of him. And choose it, but you're going to suffer some or all of the harm that he was going to get. But you can choose, obviously, one of those extras. So suffer -1 harm. All impending danger is now on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold back the enemy.
All impending danger is now focused on you.
Okay. So you tackle this Necronian off of his back, and immediately it comes recoils itself. It kind of combat rolls, and then springs off of its feet, and with all of its claws, outstretched at you. Huey, what are you doing?
How many chanters are there for one?
Oh man, looks like there are
Like a bunch.
Yeah, there's like about 60 people total in 2 groups of 30. 3 risers each with 10 people on them.
All right, so Huey's gonna say, we have to stop the pendulum. That's the only way we're gonna be able to stop all these chanters.
And Huey's yelling this across this thing because it is loud in here.
And he's got all the rest of the team close to him.
True.
Huey's gonna look up to the peak of where the pendulum is connected to the ceiling and shoot his gun at it.
Okay. Roll that under pressure.
Thumbs up.
What are you trying to do with the shot? Dislodge it?
To either break the chain or knock the pendulum down.
Okay.
I imagine it's very hardy. That's an 8.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Hi.
Oh, okay. I got this. This is horrible.
No.
I'm going with price to pay.
No.
Yep. So you shoot at this thing and it ricochets off, and like that bullet hits the edge of this massive eye, essentially. That's what the chain is attached to, and it ricochets off of that and hits the stone around it, and the stone itself, like a chunk of the stone, probably about the size of a television. I guess that could be any size nowadays. A good chunk comes falling off of the ceiling and lands into the thing, and it hits the chain itself, hits that piece of stone and flings it towards the door, and it hits the door. And as it hits, you see it like it explodes off of the door, but you see that it has actually, like, I don't want to say punctured it, but I guess it kind of did. It put a crack in it, and you see that crack is like bleeding purple as well.
And the pendulum has not changed in any way.
The pendulum has slowed down considerably, though, from that.
Oh my God. All right. There's something to look at.
Yeah, he technically still has a success in there, and that's a success.
And
That's true. I forgot about that.
Bleeding door.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
John.
How tall is the ceiling?
Oh, man. Well, see, the door itself is 4 stories tall, right? So about 40 feet. I want to call the ceiling probably about 60 feet.
Okay.
You gotta remember, I just had to remember earlier that the stairs going down to this place were actually like really long.
Yeah, they're crazy long. You guys were running downstairs forever. Plus, you're underneath a hill,
Well, what's this
which gives more space.
Necronian doing with me?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's running. That's right. He was
Do
coming
I
up behind
notice this thing chasing up after me? Would I?
I mean, I told
notice
you,
this?
so you would have to have known. Yep. Yeah, so you noticed him behind you.
Okay. I still have my 9mm out, so John's gonna swing around and lodge that thing into his chest cavity and pop some rounds off at the crystal.
Okay. You notice that the crystal itself, he does have a good chest cavity, but there's no actual access to the crystal is not exposed at the moment.
Oh, then I just put the tip of my gun barrel into his chest.
Okay. And you fire it off. Roll to kick some ass. Roll
I will
plus
kick
tough.
some ass. I'm probably gonna fail this one now. Oh, fucking yes, I did. 6.
A 6. Yeah. Roll mark experience.
Okay.
And
You have all those tasty luck points you could be spending.
It's not worth it.
this guy
leveled up.
as he continues his lunge at you, his teeth, he comes rushing at you with his teeth, and he manages to sink him into your arm as you're holding your gun out. 3 harm, but minus the 2, so 1 harm.
Golly, it must be nice to be powerful.
I'm just a walking cool guy. I'm a 1990s
But he also
action hero.
But he also misses out on half of mysteries because he's standing in cow fields and shit.
And staring at walls.
There's a balance.
James, what are you doing?
Okay, so I have the attention of these guys now.
One of them.
Oh Lord, yeah, one of them. Okay.
Actually, all impending danger is now focused on you. So yeah, both of them are currently. One of them is charging. He's charging at you. Remember, the other one you see at the corner of your eye is actually now approaching you as well, at rapid speed.
Okay, I'm going to. I guess then what I'm going to try and do. I don't know exactly how well this will work out, but we'll see how it goes. What I'm going to do is, since I already had my Magnum out, I'm going to just take it and pull it off to the one that was coming to me on the side, and the other dude was coming, charging straight at me.
Yep.
I'm going to pull that one to the side and shoot off around at that guy, and then from my, like, the back of my pants, pull out the dagger and try to, like, duck underneath this thing.
Okay.
And cut it while it jumps over me.
Okay. I'm gonna have you do 2 individual kick some ass rolls.
Okay.
So roll plus tough with the gun, and then roll plus tough with the knife.
It's probably maybe not worth the hurts, but it's too cool to not try. Okay, that's a 9.
Pretty good.
A 9. Okay. Okay. And then what's the other one?
Oh yeah, that's right. And a 7.
Okay. So actually, both same result with both of them.
Yep.
Okay. So you shoot the one, but as he gets to you, his tendrils come out and slap at you. So how much damage does your gun do again?
My Magnum does.
And you're also going to take 2 harm from the tentacle minus the 1 for the combat. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah,
Awareness.
Yep.
The Magnum does 3.
Well, battlefield awareness. That's what it is. Okay, Magnum does 3. Nice. That actually kills him as well. Fortunately.
Oh my god, yes.
We're still gonna take that 1 damage from that though, and then the knife. How much does the ritual dagger do?
2 magical.
Okay, so that one you slice into this thing, but it's so quick that as it does leap over you and you do change your trajectory, he also changes his, and he just kind of scrapes both claws over your back over your back works as you do that, taking just 1 harm, 0 harm from that one then.
Oh my lord.
So you kind of, but as you see he's doing that too, you just manage to get even lower and completely avoid that.
And then I'll just turn around, just gun drawn on that creature.
On the yep, Hubert.
Boy. Oh, boy. Do I make the door bleed some more?
Make the door bleed.
I think what Huey would do is he would charge in with his gun drawn and shoot at the creature by James.
Okay.
Shoot the creature.
The one that you saw that cut James.
Yep.
Okay. Give me that kick some ass roll.
That's an 8.
It's an 8. Nice. So how much damage does that do?
2.
Okay. So yeah, you fire a shot off at that thing, and the bullet that ejects from it hits you in the arm, and it's really hot. But you're like, oh, it's fine, I'm fine.
The casing.
Yeah, the casing.
Oh my god. That's funny. That happens to me quite often.
That's the same level as like John punching grenades through people's chests. He's like a spent shell hits Huey's arm. He's like, ooh. Oh, that's amazing.
I need some aloe.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, this thing's still on me, huh? John's gonna choke slam him to the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab his throat and I'm going to slam him into the ground.
Okay. Roll plus tough. Kick some ass.
8.
An 8. Okay. You slam him onto the ground, dealing 2 harm to him. Or that'd be more like 1 harm. It's not a whole lot of damage. And he's as you do that, you end up getting in close enough for him to bite you again with his teeth, dealing only 1 harm to you again. Well, you 3, but you minus 2, so 1 harm.
Oh, okay. John is also going to take that last pill now that he's got on him.
Okay. James, what's up?
I guess it just makes sense for me to try and finish this thing off.
Okay, go ahead. Are you gonna try to shoot it again?
Yeah.
Okay, roll plus tough.
9.
9. Okay. So you shoot at him again, and his tendrils both whip out at you, piercing you in a way, dealing 2 harm, so 1 harm. And as you feel those things sink into you, you also feel them completely dissipate after that, and the body falls.
Does anybody feel like they're any closer?
And as you ask that, it's almost completely drowned out by the fact that the the choir has kind of hit like a fever pitch with their like a crescendo, and the whole room starts to get this trembling to it, and you see that the door itself is starting to opening even more at this point, to the point where you do see a break in the light coming out of it as a tentacle comes.
John is right
slowly.
there.
Yeah, you're real close. Comes rising out of this thing, and you hear this ominous tone, this voice, and that voice says to you, you can hear it all in your head. Not so much, it's so loud that it's not in the room. It's in your head, and it says to you, "Don't sniff glue."
God damn it.
Hey guys, Christopher here with a huge thank you to the band Henge for allowing us to use a clip of their song In Praise of Water as their new theme music. Check out their newest album, Exocosm, which was released in September of 2020. You can find them on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, and pretty much anywhere else you listen to music. Just look for Henge, that's Henge. Thanks again, and don't sniff glue.